বুলি আৰু যদি এক্সপেৰিয়েন্সেছ থাকে আপোনাৰ যে ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যন কৰাৰ
কৰিছিলোঁ ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যন এটা কৰিছিলোঁ অসমীয়া কিতাপ এখন আৱাৰ্ড উইনিং কিতাপ হয় মই সেইটো উৰিয়ালৈ এইখন কিতাপ মোক দিছিল ৰিভিউৰ কাৰণে একচুৱেলি দ্য অৰিজিনেল কিতাপত আছে ছোৱালীজনী যেতিয়া ল'ৰাটোক মানে বিচাৰিছে বহুত সময়লৈ অপেক্ষা কৰিছে নদীৰ পাৰত ল'ৰাটো অহা নাই ল'ৰা যিটো খাৰু তেওঁক প্ৰেজেণ্ট কৰিছিল সেই খাৰুটো তেওঁ দলিয়াই দিলে নদীত যে ল'ৰাটো মোক ভাল নাপায় এনেকৈয়ে গুচি গৈছে কিন্তু যেতিয়া ট্ৰান্সলেট কৰা হৈছে সেইটো ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যনতো লিখিছে যে ছোৱালীজনী যেতিয়া ল'ৰাটোক বহুত সময় অপেক্ষা কৰিছে পোৱা নাই খাৰুটো ভাঙি দিছে আৰু ল'ৰাটো আহিছে ল'ৰাটো নিজে তাৰ খাৰুটো যেতিয়া ছোৱালীক সুধিছে খাৰুটো ক'ত আছে তাই কৈছে খাৰুটো নাই সি তাৰ হাতৰ পৰা খাৰুটো টানি পেলাই দিছে দলিয়াই দিছে ল'ৰাটো দলিয়াই দিছে কিন্তু একচুৱেলি নিজে খাৰুটো পেলাই দিছে এই যে ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যনতো এইটো কেতিয়াবা বিকৃত কৰা হয় সেই কথাটো তাৰমানে মই কোৱাৰ মোৰ মেইন পইণ্ট হৈছে যোনে ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যন কৰে তেওঁৰ দক্ষতা থাকিব লাগে দুটা ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজৰ ওপৰত যদি দক্ষতা নাথাকে কেতিয়াবা বিকৃত হয় এখন কিতাপ মিৰি জীয়ৰী কিতাপ মই ভাবোঁ আপোনালোক সকলোৱেও জানে মিৰি জীয়ৰী সেই কিতাপখন যেতিয়া উৰিয়ালৈ এগৰাকী ট্ৰান্সলেট কৰিছে মোৰ বহুত আগতে কৰিছে কিন্তু মিৰি জীয়ৰী এটা কমিউনিটি হয় মিৰি কমিউনিটি কিন্তু সেইটো উৰিয়াত ট্ৰান্সলেট কৰা হৈছে মেৰি জীয়ৰী মেৰি হিন্দী কৰি দিলে মোৰ ছোৱালী একচুৱেলি মেৰি কমিউনিটি কিন্তু সেইটো ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যনত হৈছে মোৰ ছোৱালী মেৰি বেটি তাৰমানে মিৰিটোকো মেৰি কৰি দিলে মেৰি কৰি আৰু মোৰ ছোৱালী বুলি কৰি দিলে আপুনি চাওক যে ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যনত কেনেকৈ এটা মানে কেনেধৰণৰ ভুল হয় মাম ক'লে যে ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যনটো বেড ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যনটো আচলতে অৰিজিনেল ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজটো মৰি যায় ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজ অৰিজিনেল ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজ ডাই যায় সেইটো নহয় ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যন কৰিব লাগে উইদাউট ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যন উই কাণ্ট ন' ইচ আদাৰ আমি জানিব লাগে সবেই আপোনাৰ লগৰ ফুড হাবিট ৰিচুৱেলছ আমি মেইনলি ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যন থ্ৰু ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যন আমি ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যনৰ ৱৰ্ল্ডৰ মই যে ক'লোঁ আমাৰ বিশ্বকবি ৰবীন্দ্ৰনাথ ঠাকুৰৰ গীতাঞ্জলি 1930 যেতিয়া পালে তেখেতে নোবেল প্ৰাইজ পালে গোটেই ইণ্ডিয়ান ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজ ফৰেন ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজত ট্ৰান্সলেট হৈছে আৰু তাৰ যিটো ইউনিভাৰ্চেল লভ তাৰ ভিতৰত আছে ইউনিভাৰ্চেল লভ যিটো মেছেজ আছে সেইটো কাৰণে সকলোৱে আৰু ৰবীন্দ্ৰনাথ ঠাকুৰৰ দ্বাৰা প্ৰভাৱিত হৈ বহুত কবি বহুত ৰাইটাৰ দে হাভ ৰিটেন পয়েমছ ইন দেয়াৰ ওন ল্যাঙ্গুৱেজ যেতিয়া ৰবীন্দ্ৰনাথ ঠাকুৰৰ গীতাঞ্জলিটো পালে ইনস্পায়াৰ হৈছিল তেওঁলোকে গতিকে ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যন ইজ ভেৰি ভেৰি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট ইন আৱাৰ লাইফ উইদাউট ট্ৰান্সলেশ্যন উই কাণ্ট ন' ইচ আদাৰ it is my point my view
right definitely na hetui khudisilu moi je apunar example jetu dile na mane so your examples of that so taking the conversation forward no Srijana how much liberties matlab aap kitna liberty lete ho apne translation mein aur आपको क्या लगता है सही गलत while you are doing it now we are coming to your own ideas and values of it
Well, I was assigned a job from Sahitya Akademi to translate one Sahitya Akademi awardee book of Mr. Prem Pradhan, Udasin Rukharu. It's a novel, so into English. That I did with, I was meticulously doing it. And the Sahitya Akademi at Delhi was holding that book to get published. So I went there. While I visited Delhi, I went to the editor's office and then she said, the syntax is like, hasn't matched this, that. I told her, do you know Nepali? No. So the editor, of such higher institutions should have the knowledge of both the languages, both the source language and the target language. I had so much difficulties. After that, I have been doing this free translating, I don't follow any technicalities about that. What happened when you follow technicalities, you get confused. I'm a teacher by profession, so what happened? In Hindi, we called gurda for kidney, no? It's a technical term, gurda. And in Nepali, kidney is called mrigaula. So recently, I had a kidney infection, so I was giving a big lecture to my students to have water, drink water to avoid kidney infection. And I was trying to put that technical term, and in a mix of that, I told them, they got confused because I told them Gurdaula. I mixed the Hindi one and the Nepali one and made one. That happens. So you have to be very careful. It can be tricky because in Nepali, I don't know about others, but in Nepali we have many imitative words. Imitative words are there. If you want to sit abruptly, then we say, Basana Thache. When Sir asked me to sing, I was like sweating, I told you, no? It's just one sentence. I was sweating. But if I had to say it in Nepali, Mata khal bhayo, you know? It's so expressive. Khal. Those kind of words are there, imitative words are there, which is very difficult to translate it into English. A source language might have a multi-layered meaning, but when you translate it into a target language, it might get one meaning only. So sometimes the beauty is lost in translation. Being a translator, I feel that. Because the translator's job is to carry that soul, from one language to the other. You are not carrying the soul. Soul means everything, no? Their culture, tradition, food habits, their folklore, everything with you. So it is of utmost importance, as I told you earlier, to be a good translator, you have to have a broad mindset. You have to have that broad mindset and should be empathetic, I said. Because last time when I translated one story from Urdu to, it was a story of some Kashmiri writer, from Urdu to Nepali. I was so moved by the story. I could understand their plight in the borders. It was a story, a cross-border love story. I was so moved that it got me empathetic towards the people living on the borders. My prejudice was lost there. So I have a greater view of them now. Likewise, All India Radio assigned me that job for translating a Marathi poem, I think, 2 or 3 pages of long poem into Nepali. It was first translated into Hindi then. So, I had to do that. Through that translation, I came to know the culture of Marathi people. So translation is a window, or you can say a gateway to the world. Through that, you can peep into others' culture. You can understand their complexities. You can feel their soul. So I am trying to do a little justice, some justice while I do the translations. As I said, these days, more than translations, there are transcreations. Writers take liberty. I too take liberty at times, but as much as I try to avoid. And as I told you earlier, I'm not discouraging anyone, but translator's job is an ungrateful job because I translated 3 books from Nepali to English, and 1 book got an award in Kolkata. The original writer got the award, not me. That time I was pretty young and I felt bad. Arey Baba, I did that work, no? Like that. Now I have come in terms. So, those are the things.
Thanks, Srijana, for sharing that. And of course, translator being that tool to take it on the other side, it might feel like I transcreated it along with that and I should have equal right to it. Yeah, it feels like that at times. But like coming from there to, I'll give you the mic, or yeah. So as we are at it, there are usually contextual differences, cultural limitations, language limitations, right? And that's why I read the poem as well. मतलब कहाँ एक आदिवासी poem English में translate करके फिर वो is the, I mean, forget the language limitation, contextual problems भी हैं. मतलब from one context to another when you look at it. Hetu hoy je context to mane na thake and all that. So how do you feel? And there are many such things like onomatopoeia, like अरे फट काम करो, अरे झट काम करो. तो वो तो English में कभी आता नहीं है. Quick, it's not quick. It's there's a feeling in it. Which do you think these losses are there, and how do you?
Actually, in my case, I translate from Odia into Assamese and Assamese into Odia. But before doing translation, I must contact to the author. And I ask him, sir, please explain this word. What is the meaning of this word, this word? I know it, but you have, in which context you have used this word, the particular word. So it is difficult for me to understand, sir, please explain. I request the original author to explain it. So I think if the original author is alive, we should contact him. We should not ignore him, because sometimes we think that the original writing, we should not spoil the meaning, the theme of the original writing. So authors, we should contact the author. I always contact the author, because he explains nicely what is in which context he has used this word and this word. One word carries different meanings, some 3-4 meanings. So it is difficult for me to understand. That's why I contact the author. I think we should contact the author before translating any language. Definitely translation is very, very important for us.
हेतु ठीक है मैम मैंने कांटेक्ट कर ले और अगर नहीं भी है तो प्लान चेक करके उसके आत्मा को
then we are helpless, we can't do anything, and we can't stop the translation. Then we ask other author, other people, other writers.
No, he lost to अपन लगे ना जे माने even after you translate, when you see that like the translation, he lost to अपन लगे ना जे lost to थाकी गोल all of, or you feel that, oh, this is like, I mean, there is still a sense of like, I wish it was.
If you compare two books, original one and translated one, definitely I feel that there is some gap. I could not do that like the original one. Like the original, it is more beautiful. It is a sense, it carries more beautiful or carries more meaningful. But we have to translate it because.
So do you keep the original in that way? Like, do you keep, he did the work jhat? I mean, do you keep that?
We have, in every language, we have the same thing.
Yeah, no, do you keep the word or do you translate it?
No, we don't keep this word, but we put the similar word. In every language, we have the similar type. So we try to use the similar word. But we can't carry the exact meaning, exact thing. You know?
No, I'm also saying that because there are some students sitting here, they might want to translate and they also will get educated in the process of, I mean, as we speak. Because I remember the cultural context, I remember he translating his poem, and then I was texting him and then Pranav also, what is, like, though, because Google to mujhe matlab de diya, Nangal Jankra means aise, after, but then I'm like, Google को trust नहीं कर सकते.
Google translation is not advisable.
No, not Google translation itself. Even the meaning at times. Yeah, even the meaning. Like let's say, if I say Shubho Bijaya, I mean, then you're looking at it. Maybe Google gives a way of saying Shubho Bijaya.
We get some information, but exactly we should not follow the Google translation.
Yeah, Google translation.
This is very dangerous thing I have.
হ্যাঁ সেইটো কৈ আছোঁ গুগল ট্ৰান্সলেটটো হ'লেও যে আপুনি ট্ৰান্সলেট কৰিব দিলে সেইটো ট্ৰান্সলেট নহয় মই কৈ আছোঁ লেটছ চে বিন্দি বুলি আপুনি বিন্দিটো গুগল কৰিলে ঠিক আছে বিন্দি এটা মিনিং ওলালে বাট ইট ইজ অলছ' ফ্ৰম দ্যাট কালচাৰ হাউ পিপল ফিল এবাউট বিন্দি লাইক speaking to whoever uses in whatever, like Indian cultures, many people use bindi. So what would that bindi mean to that person at times? So it's about also how far...
Bindi is almost accepted in any Indian language.
No, I'm talking
Bindi,
about cross-cultural.
Any other language,
cross-cultural.
talking about other word. But we have to search the similar word we should search.
How do you take those nuances as you were saying? Because you remember, I'm going back to the word nuances, which you talked about in the first, like when you were opening the conversation. So how do you deal with the nuances? Okay.
You could carry on in your own way, but...
Sure.
Talking about the nuances, I have had very, I was, to be honest, I was dragged into translation. I'm a poet actually, but there are very few who translates Nepali works into English, so I was dragged into this, okay? Now, it's an obligation, and it's not really an obligation, it's a responsibility. As I age, अभी बूढ़ी होती जा रही हूँ, तो लगता है कि मुझे ये responsibility ले लेना चाहिए. So I'm doing it. So dealing with nuances is quite tricky, as I told you, no? There are imitative words, idioms, and proverbs. I told you about this pronoun, no? There is only you. And there are many things, technicalities involved in it. So what I do is, I read the text, okay? And on top of that, we the people at Darjeeling, we are surrounded by the tea gardens, colonialism has left us, but there still exist. So there are certain words we use in tea garden. I reside in a tea garden area. So there are certain words, the words itself common. It's not from Nepali. The British babus used to say, come on, come to the duties, come on. And the word came into existence. So I'm taking a few anecdotes, so, likewise, people has forgotten to use this term, "Rech ki paisa," for the changes, change. And what to say when you put on the light and off the light? If I have to translate it in English, it will be put off the light. But in Nepali, what we say? Bati marata, kill the light. It would be kill the light. So these are pretty tricky, as I told you. So the very tricky ones are those imitative words, the proverbs, and the idioms. Since I belong to this tribe, okay, indigenous herd, Limbus, okay? So we have our own folklore, own tradition, own language, like that. So one brother, one fellow, from Sikkim, he asked me to translate his poetry book from Limbu to English. And I don't know the language because I reside in Darjeeling and my tribe is few there. So what happened, he translated one of his friend, he's from Kanchenjunga University, Sikkim. So one of his friend translated into Nepali, and then from Nepali, I had to translate it into English. But I failed to do so, kyunki what happened? The poetry was of 1 page, sir, and the glossary, the footnotes was more than 2 pages. How could I do? So it is more difficult to translate from indigenous languages if the source language is indigenous language and the target language is something else. So there are challenges everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Professor Jyotsna and Srijana, for the enriching conversation that we have had. And despite all that we have gathered and had fun, because it was, given the tropes that we come across in translation usually, it was nice hearing your anecdotes and similar anecdotes of yours and having this lovely conversation. It was a confluence and lovely. But I think it's always fun to talk about translation because it gives a whole... It gives you a discourse which you always, through people specifically, and it was really nice knowing both of you. Thank you, both of you, and thank you, Kokrajhar Literary Festival. You want to have an ending word, last word? Do you want to say something? Yeah.
Nothing to say, but I remember one sentence. In Assamese, you speak, habathuri khalo. Khalo means khalo, habathuri khalo. But it is difficult to translate it into any other language. Khalo means I ate. It is not habathuri khalo mane Mrs. She can explain habathuri khalo in Assamese, habathuri khalo. So similar thing, we can't translate it. Habathuri khalo, khalo means I ate this thing. Kintu prakutote eto nohoy, khuato nohoy, eto bhoyobhito hoise. Eto bhoyobhit hoise. Kintu it's difficult to explain it to translate it into any other language. So I
Yeah,
told this
so
thing.
we can conclude by saying
Yes.
translators are very brave people who do the impossible job, because every time we speak, it can go on and on. I remember my Dodda was saying, my grandmother's grandmother in Kannada, she used to say, because these phrases we come across, it's very, as you said, in the local language, it doesn't, still you want to take that challenge to translate. So I get what you're saying. It is, we take up impossible tasks.
Sometimes it
and
is difficult
we take
to
up
translate,
absolutely
but we have to
impossible
continue.
tasks and do
Have
it.
to continue. We should do
Oh,
translation.
yeah, absolutely. We should. I mean,
Translation
there's no
is very,
stopping us,
very
not because-
important.
We are no authority on stopping and starting. But yeah, that's what I think. That is very encouraging to see the impossible being possible, and at least having access to more people. I think it makes it more inclusive and diverse, and respects the whole idea of equity and that kind of thing. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
With this, the session comes to an end. Thank you.